Welcome everyone, my name is Aden Lungstrom and I'm here today with Sierra Bagstead. I've known Sierra for 8 years and within that time I've seen her take to the sky and soar while creating a better world for those around her. Sierra is one of the most ambitious people I've ever met and it shows with her passions. For as long as I've known Sierra, she's been chasing her dream of becoming a certified personal trainer and almost a year ago to the day, she earned her certification.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, Sierra has gone on to be a full-time head coach at Allied Personal Training.
Yep.
And is gaining as much knowledge as she can, and stops by for an occasional adventure. So, Sierra, welcome.
Thank you.
And welcome to our very first episode of Pintorama.
Yes.
Today, we are going to be painting our favorite childhood memory. It could be a thing, a person, a place, an adventure, a magical moment, or event. Could be anything. There's no special style, so the biggest thing is we just want to express that memory.
Got it.
So, with that being said, shall we get to it?
Let's get it.
Awesome. Do you know what you're going to be doing?
I think so. I'm gonna try to recreate this excuse of a tattoo.
Okay.
That's a memory in itself.
Oh yeah. What's the tattoo?
So it's supposed to be the logo of the Wilderness Resort at Wisconsin Dells. I know it doesn't look like it. I'm not even gonna show you guys because I think it's bad. It's bad. But growing up, cousins, grandma, all family basically, and sometimes friends used to go to Wisconsin Dells every summer, and we used to go to this motel, and they had Wilderness Resort tickets, and they changed colors every day. So what my grandma did with the cousins was we had to guess a color on the day-to-day. And if we got it right, we got $1. And when you're like 8, 9 years old, that's like $100 in your pocket. So like, you know, just gotta bet on whatever color we got. So the last time we went to the Wisconsin Dells, I think there was 3 of the cousins there. We got tattoos, and we all got different colors of the Wilderness logo to represent what our grandma used to do.
Love that.
Yeah, not right. But I'm going to try to recreate what it's actually supposed to look like. On the board here.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
We'll see how it goes.
I believe in you.
Oh, thanks.
Well, you know, well, we have you here, and you're kind of thinking about, you know, this memory. It kind of gets me thinking of what I hope to do here with this painting of that I'm trying to do, and that's I'm going to be painting a very special moment of when I got to see my favorite movie for the first time in theaters, and. I know that's going to be a little bit of a challenge because I'm also not the most artistic person.
I believe in you.
But hey, that's great, and you know, I'm glad you believe in this as much as your own personal passions as well. And then on that note, you know, tell us a little bit about your dream and what made you want to achieve it.
Well, honestly, I wasn't always on the road to be a personal trainer. When I was first in college, I went to take classes to be a physician's assistant, and it just was not hitting home whatsoever. You had to take work home. There's way too many medical terminology you had to memorize as a freshman.
Oh.
Count me out. So, I mean, I still stuck with it because that's just my personality. I try to see it through. But then I took a music class, and that was like, boom, clicked instantly. So I kind of wanted to steer there, but my parents were like, music is not where the money's at. I was like, whatever.
That sounds familiar.
Yep. So again, I stuck through it, and and I originally went to San Francisco State for my first 2 years of college, and then when I moved back to Minnesota because it's really expensive in California. I'm pretty sure that's common knowledge, but
oh, that's right. I forgot.
I know, right? Yeah, I know. Crazy concept. That was like almost 10 years ago, which is also
I know
a crazy pushing 30s, insane.
Pushing 30s.
Anyway, so it was way too expensive. So I moved back to Minnesota and went to Winona State to finish out my degree. And then I took a more of like the athletic path for medical sciences or whatnot. And that honestly really clicked. I took a exercise physiology course. I like aced that, and it was like one of the hardest courses I've ever taken. And it came pretty naturally, so it kind of just clicked there. And then one of my other classes, a professor, he's also a personal trainer, but he's really cool. So I got to kind of shadow under him for my internship, and then worked at a gym with him, and everything literally just fell into place from there. So, just fell through.
Do you feel that you had a higher chance of success with this I guess support system that you had with you, or do you feel like you were able to achieve where you are right now through true gut determination and kind of that solo but finding yourself along the way journey to get to where you are?
A little bit of both. I mean, thanks to my parents for that, like, keeping me on track, so to speak, to see it through was a main determinant of where I was going to be ending up, like not taking music, but I still have that as a passion. Like, that's still accessible to me. It's just not my career, you know?
Yeah.
And then the professors and teachers at Winona were absolutely fantastic. So their support, even though, like, if they weren't very, interested in, like, seeing me outside of class, like, that just was never the case. Like, they cared about every single one of us and wanted to see us be what we wanted to be or aspired to be. And that was really helpful because I was like, this could happen. And then until I took that class, it's like, oh, this is going to happen. Because they're like, yeah, you're going to do this. Like, you have to pay attention to the spark.
Yeah.
And if there's a spark, you have to follow that. And that really, like, motivated me to, like, yeah, you're right. Interesting. I don't usually do that, like, make those kind of decisions for myself,
Yeah.
And that was, like, the first time I was like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'm making this decision for myself. Let's go with it.
Would you say that was the first step and that was the most scariest step you've taken? Or is that the start of many long journeys of steps to, like,
that
embrace
right there,
the fear, but also
Exactly.
tackle on the adventure?
Exactly that. I mean, again, I didn't make a lot of decisions for myself growing up because I thought my parents knew best, and they were always, like, there for me and motivated me to be what I wanted to be. But when I finally got that kind of outlook in college, and Winona specifically, like, being by myself and making those decisions for myself, but also, like, having a side, someone on my side to, like, push me, you know? That was, like, my first acceptance, like, oh, I can have motivation, but also I could have internal motivation as well, if that makes sense.
I feel that when we try to, I think, push the dream in a way that doesn't exactly feel natural, we kind of can lose the spark itself. And when you have the sort of experience that I feel that you just said, you're able to trust those around you when you yourself start to falter. And that's the funny thing about dreams is at the end of the day, we're the ones that take our dreams away from ourselves, or
yes, 100%.
We're the ones that are able to give it life, because as much as circumstances can happen, I like to think that a dream only dies when we decide to wake up from it. And to me, there's a difference between making a dream happen and not. And, sometimes you have to be, they say, awake for it to happen. And by that, I mean, you have to be aware of your surroundings. But I think at the same time, in order to achieve a dream, you have to be a little bit delusional, because that's how dreams are to begin with.
I suppose, yeah. That's a good way to put it. You
have to kind of get lost in the fantasy that, even when life is kind of reminding you, or it's trying to make you feel that you can't make it based on the realistic circumstances that are in front of you, whether it's finances, relationships, or just circumstances in life. I feel like you kind of got to lose yourself in the insanity to hold on tight to that dream, because even through that insanity, you can find probably a bit of clarity in this crazy, chaotic world.
Tell me about it. I agree. 100%.
With all that being said, if you had an artistic style and you could give it a personality, what sort of color do you feel it would be?
Probably like a sage green. Mainly because it's like a calmer, earthy tone, and I come off as, like, the calm presence that people are drawn to, and I'm naturally drawn to earth tones and earth and being outside and just finding calm, relaxing sense of self when I'm out there. So yeah, sage green. How about you?
Probably the dusk and the sunset that you see every day.
Yes, love it. I used to say the color of sunset used to be my favorite color. When I got out of college, it was just, I don't know, so centering. So I feel you there.
You know, I think back to some of my college years and think about a lot of how how much has changed and the advice I was given throughout my years. And I would say a large part of the advice that I got growing in those years were definitely from my fraternity. One advice that I still hold very true to my heart from my chapter at Upsilon Gamma UMD represent Teaks, I would say is this belief of opportunity out of defeat. At least for me, I tend to be the type of person that takes things on very, I wouldn't say personally, just very emotionally. And
Sure.
I tend to, I would say, hold a lot of that stress and angst sometimes inwards, not through projection or just a means of like, you know, if the world's kind of messed up. I feel like I'm not doing enough to make it better. And the sort of sense of failure is very embracive, and I think that mindset. And what I've learned in those times, especially through, you know, pledging the fraternity and everything that happened after with being a part of the fraternity, is there are moments, and not just moments, there are times, even years, where it'll feel like you're just not going anywhere and that you will feel like a sense of failure. But I think the thing is as much as we can feel that failure is not exactly an option, I think the mindset itself can be a choice. And if you allow yourself to feel the sense of failure and still continue doing what you're doing even through it, you're not exactly proving yourself right if you keep calling yourself a failure. And if you are, I would say maybe you're a proud failure, because you can take pride in knowing that you can still go on and on even when you at times you're telling yourself you can't. And that builds the sense of resilience.
Yes.
Because I think through resilience, that's the only way to overcome self-doubt.
I believe it, yeah, for sure. I mean, I had my own fair share of when I was on my personal training journey after college. Like, I went back to Blaze, that's how I met Aden, right after college, just to get some money while I was working for a place of occupation and also like studying for my certification. And then I got kind of stuck there. I mean, by choice. I have no regrets staying there for as how long I did. But like externally on the outside, people are always like, so when are you gonna do this? When are you gonna do that? Like, why are you still at Blaze? Like, you've been there almost 10 years now. I'm like, just trusting the process, you know? So, resilience, self-doubt for sure, like came in waves. But just trusting the process, staying on my path, what I know is right for me, that was the main indicator of where I wanted to be. So,
And look where you are now. I mean, like...
Exactly. Timing is everything. It's absolutely everything, especially like within the past year. Like, I think to the day I got my certification, beginning of January, applied for Alloy, and that was literally right next door to Blaze. Like, I got my certification, I was like, the storefront popped up, I was like, well, this is a clear sign that I am on the right path right here. That I applied there, got hired a month later, and then here I am now as a head coach, like full time. Like, just gotta trust the process and trust the timing, because something will be out there for you if you're staying right on your path. How's yours coming out?
Nothing but darkness.
Do you need a thicker brush?
No, I have a few bigger brushes. I just I'm kind of losing myself in the little strokes, you know.
The little strokes.
I really need to find a gold though. There it is. You know, I gotta ask you some, like, I keep having, and I think it may be from, like, shoveling, but, like, I feel like I need to, like, be better at, I guess now, I'm 30-something years old. 30-something. I'm gonna be 32.
You made it.
Thanks. I'm still going.
Still vertical.
Yeah, still vertical for now. But, you know, when you are having clients or friends that are going through, I guess, the process of aging, whether it's, you know, they're realizing that they're not moving as fast as they used to be, or they're not able to bend as much as they could and previously. I'm sure you can see how that would affect their psyche and how that in time can, I guess, build into other physical problems. When you're seeing that happen to, you know, people that you come across in your journey, what sort of advice do you have for them to, I guess, either put aside that pride and ask for help, or take that leap of faith?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, our main clientele right now are their ages like 40 to 60 years old. So people that are wanting to get back on track into their physical activity, and also just wanting to feel better on the day-to-day, because aging is real. Aging is real. So like shoveling becomes harder, endurance just declines. I mean, your confidence goes down because your body isn't where it used to be when you were in high school or in college. Like, so as a personal trainer, it's our job to have their mindset be realistic, and just let them know the facts. Like, this is what's happening. You're 45 years old, you're not running anymore, you used to do marathons, now you're sitting on the couch because your job has inclined you to do so, or sitting at a desk or whatnot. I mean, whatever their lifestyle is, like, I mean, life's activities comes and goes, like, it's ebbs and flows. So being at the gym or seeing a personal trainer or some sort of physical something, that's a big step. That's like step one. Coming to the gym, step one. You're here, you're winning. Congratulations. You will feel better after this. Then, again, coming back to just trusting the process, like, it takes time. There's no quick fix to aging. I know there's so many things out there that, like, suppliers and marketing are just having people, like, take pills and stuff like that. It's just, I mean, to get skinnier, there's, like, so many other things out there right now that we have to kind of debunk, but also, like, not judge them if they're on it, you know, because that's their journey. You can figure it out, but we can tell you, like, being here is going to be the best thing for you.
Right.
Yep.
Do you feel like it's the interaction, like just the personal one-on-one, that really makes that difference? Or, yeah, I guess not even the one-on-one, just the human interaction versus,
yes, for sure,
things telling you that, oh, this is what you got to take every time of day, or this is what you got to consider and counting calories, or I guess.
Right. I mean, so as a personal trainer, like, we're not doctors, right? Like, you're not seeing us once every 6 months. Like, we're building a relationship, and that's what, like, the best thing about the job is you're seeing these guys like 2 or 3 days a week and building relationships and, like, watching them progress into a better version of themselves. So that's going to build trust on both sides. It's a reciprocal relationship, and then they're going to come to you with their next quote-unquote problems or next outsource of, like, what their goals are, and we're going to be that bridge for them to get to them where they want to be. And that's, like, the absolute best part of being a personal trainer, is building relationships, but also, like, seeing them grow into what they wanted to be when they first came in.
So you're kind of like your own personal athletic wizard.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's not a fair thing to say. Is it more the health wizard?
Health wizard, yes. Yes, exactly. We're no quick fix, but you just got, again, trusting the process is just going to be my message of this whole thing. Yeah, I mean, that's literally what I tell people on the day-to-day. Like, you're not going to see results. You're going to be sore after this, but you're not going to get muscle right after this, you know? But you're going to feel better after the workout.
So, with that sort of reflection, and I'm sure you've probably heard your own clients have this, or even experienced yourself, What's the best and worst advice you've received about chasing your dreams or your passions?
I mean, I guess it's not necessarily the worst piece of advice. It's more so the energy that I got when I wasn't pursuing what I was supposed to be doing, because everybody knew that I was going to be a personal trainer eventually. But they were always like, so you still at that pizza place? You know? So that was a little disheartening.
Yeah.
So I appreciated the people that were like being there for me and like trusting me that I'm gonna do what I'm going to do, and I have a goal and I'm gonna see through it. So people like you know, like I'm gonna be there along the way. I'm gonna cheer you on, but like I know you're gonna do what you have to do to get to where you want to be. Right?
Absolutely.
Exactly, and that's also being a personal trainer too. Like having that kind of insight. Like I understand. I'm going to support you along this way too. I guess in your standpoint, like being that kind of friend, like that's all you could really ask for in life, is having somebody by your side that isn't harping on you to like, this is not what you're meant to do. Like, oh nice, you're doing this, that's cool. Like, I'm here if you need anything, you know, let's hang out, let's watch movies, let's paint, you know? Like, let's enjoy life, and I'm going to be there to support you when you are ready to make that next step.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that's my main answer. Like, the energy is more so the advice, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I appreciate you.
Of course, I appreciate you too. Oh yeah, you know what time it is? It is surprise promo. All right, so I know I didn't tell you this early on, but I have a little fun gift. It's in this bag.
Lovely.
It's not what you think.
Oh, fine.
But what it actually is a D20. Because you know how much I like, nerdy things and Lord of the Rings and wizard stuff, and I do some D&D
on the side.
on the side. So I was thinking that I have this idea where, let me just roll the dice and
let's see what happens.
Find out what happens.
Yep, let's see what happens.
Because ultimately, whatever this number rolls will determine what has to be added into the painting. Because we rolled an 18, you have to find a way to include text into your painting.
All good. I got it. I'm confident.
Perfect. All right. I don't think this is going to look as great as I hoped it was going to be. But that's okay. I absolutely... this is not something that I can easily pretend about, my skills of drawing.
It's cute.
Thanks. But, I was thinking, what's a skill that, you pretend to have, but absolutely do not?
Oh. I tend to be pretty honest about, like, the skill set I have. Like, I can tell you right now, like, golf should not be a thing, because I cannot do it for the life of me. Like, that swing makes no sense. Like, you should just be swinging a baseball bat, throwing the golf ball club, call it a day. Don't take me to Topgolf. I will just sit down, have drinks, and probably a snack, and call it a day. So, waste of money there. Yeah, I'm pretty straightforward about, like, my skill set, because I like to be good at things, and if I'm not good at them, I will not do them. So, that. Also, okay, here's one thing I wish I was good at.
Okay.
So, paddleboarding. My girlfriend, Maddie, has been wanting to go paddleboarding and or skiing / snowboarding for the longest time. I can't do anything like standing, like, have my feet square, like, going forward. Like, the hoverboard, no, can't do it. Paddleboard, so wobbly. Like, I just can't do it.
Is it like a core thing, or?
I hope not. I have a pretty good core.
Right, that's what I'm thinking too.
I don't know. I don't know. I wish I was good at it though. Ugh. I guess that's one thing that I wish I was good at. How about you?
A skill that I pretend to have but absolutely don't? I like to think I'm suave, but I don't know that's a skill. Okay, a skill. I would say...
Let's hear it. Come on.
Yeah. I'm just... Okay. So a skill that I had that I absolutely do not is believing that I'm able to juggle myself out of situations that make me feel uncomfortable. So I'd have three things of hacky sacks I'd try to juggle if I was trying to do a talent or trying to get myself out of a situation. And I absolutely do not have that skill because I was kind of forced upon to learn it when I was in New Zealand.
Ah, okay.
And by that I mean, and it wasn't like a super serious force upon, but it was kind of cutting it close. And when I was in New Zealand, I had a host. I forgot where it was. I think it was in Alexandria. It was somewhere else. But I had this host, and it was my last day there. I was fighting a sinus infection that I didn't know I had at that point. And so I was just bedridden the 3 days I was there.
Yikes.
And he said, okay, you really have not moved from your bed or have done anything. And you know, I believe in life that you have to learn a skill. Because it is something that you absolutely need to be learning something new about every day of. And he was actually one of those people. I mean, this guy was from Switzerland, but he actually used to be part of a traveling circus. So he actually was a carny and self-made carny for a while.
Okay.
Until eventually you brought him down to New Zealand and he bought this church that he transformed into a hostel. But
Okay.
he encouraged me with about 20 minutes before my bus arrived that I had to learn how to juggle.
Oh, yeah.
I had to learn how to juggle, and I had to learn how to do it quick if I wanted to exactly leave my hostel.
Right.
Now, I don't know if he was joking. I mean, I'm sure he was joking, but
Yeah.
at the same time, too, I was too sick to try and mess around and test the waters, so I was forcibly quickly able to learn how to juggle. But I will admit that it's not a skill I have. I wish I could have told you something more exciting.
No, that's fine. I understand. I can juggle. Fun fact.
Oh, what?
It's really fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Only 3, max 3 though.
How'd you learn how to do that?
I think my dad taught me when I was young. I think. But again, like I'm staying humble here, but I tend to be good at things. So if I'm not good at things right away, I don't do them. That's my personality.
Oh.
Yeah. So if again, like I just picked up juggling and then I was like, oh, nice, cool, got it. So it's my party trick sometimes. So you still have hacky sacks. So you still go at it every so often.
I try to, because I think actually, you know, I get what the guy was trying to teach me in that moment. And that was, you know, if you can physically learn how to juggle just 3 things, and you do it on a daily basis, not only are you going to get better at it, just like any skill, right? But if you can, like, train your mind to just handle all these things coming at you at once, even if you bring it upon yourself, you can at least find a way to recover even after you keep dropping the ball. Because that's what I think life is kind of mostly all about. I mean, at least that's what I'm learning right now, is that it's okay to just drop the ball at times. Well, it's, you know, you can't be so hard on yourself as you do it, or you accidentally do it, or if other things and people let you down, because I feel that, you know, it is, as my grandma says, it is what it is. But it's how you react to it and what you do upon it to, I think, ultimately change the trajectory of where that energy is going. I got another weird question for you.
Sure.
All right. What's one conspiracy theory you believe about yourself?
So I was recently told. So I am, for some reason, scared of birds. I don't know what to tell you. Someone told me that the thing you're most scared of is what you were in your past life.
What?
Or how you passed away in one of your previous lives. So I believe that I was either a turkey or died via turkey.
So it's just strictly turkeys?
I mean, that's the main thing right now, because we got turkeys at our apartment, and there's at least 15 to 20 of them, so it's an endeavor to take the dog out. I'm curious, what do you think of what conspiracy theory about yourself?
The conspiracy theory I like to think about myself is that I truly am gifted with like imagining what I can do with my hands. Like I believe I could be such a great musician. I believe I could be a great bagpipe player because that's honestly the instrument I really want to play.
Okay.
But I have what I call stupid fingers.
Elaborate.
So like, okay, luckily painting helps, and I mean, you know, if I was finger painting, you'd really see how stupid these fingers are. But for me, it's that I can visualize the concept of what I want to hear, what I want to show, what I want to draw. Mm-hmm. But if it involves my fingers doing delicate things like playing certain tunes or whatever, my hands can't keep up with my mind. So my conspiracy theory is that probably maybe when I could have been dropped on my head as a kid. I don't know if it happened. And if it did, sorry, Mom and Dad. Wait, no. If it happened, you guys should be apologizing, not me.
Secret's out.
Secret's out. It like explains so much. No, but if it didn't happen, then maybe there's something else in my head that's causing me and my stupid fingers to not synchronize.
Okay.
It's the birds.
Probably. Birds aren't real. But
sure.
That's a different conversation for a different painting day. No, I did hear, so, like, you know Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Yeah.
He has the same thing going on for him. If that makes you feel any better, like,
wait,
his brain moves way too fast for his writing. Like, it's cat scratch. Like, for some, like, Hamilton, like, interview thing, he showed us like the journal, and you could not understand any of it. Like that was not going anywhere. But like he could tell you like this is what happened, this is where I was, this is what I was thinking about, and this is how like fast my brain is like working. Like it's just getting the notes on there. So I think like just really intelligent people who have that kind of thing, like they're very ambitious. They want to get their work out, but like their creativity is like moving at a speed where it's like it's just not connected to the hand. Mm-hmm. So you're not alone, if that makes you feel any better.
It does, because it makes me feel that, like, you know, what could have been an anchor, you could say, or a thing that's slowing me down, actually is not something that it's not an individual struggle. Mm-hmm. Other people struggle with it. And mm-hmm. It's nice to know that, like, especially when you're trying to be creative and you're trying to express yourself, and you find yourself hitting those walls, whether it's writer's block or just production issues, or I guess in his case, moving too fast and hands not being able to keep up. That, you know, if you persevere, if you continue doing what you want to do, and you tell the story that you want to tell, it's going to happen.
Exactly.
It just may not be the version that, you know, is up here. But if you're able to still get it out, even with these hands, mm-hmm. you'll still be able to show the world something that no one's ever seen before.
Exactly. And now we have Hamilton, and now we have Pintorama.
Well, Sierra, how's it going on your end?
I think it's coming along quite well.
Right, cool. I think mine's getting close to finishing up. So I got one last big question for you before special surprise.
Uh-oh.
I promise that's not too bad. All right. So, and I feel like this is an important one.
Sure.
And that's, you know, when the flame inside you burns low, what brings it back?
Huh. We've all been there, huh? I'd say just, like, rely on the people that, you know, are there for you genuinely and don't want anything out of you, just want to be surrounded by, like, that kind of energy. And also, like, rely on the things that bring you inner peace and, like, allows you to center yourself. So for me, it's like playing guitar. I haven't done much of the creativity side, but I know that's what happens. And now that I'm not grinding as much for my work and I have time to actually do things for myself, like guitar, reading, painting. Just surround yourself by things and people that you genuinely enjoy.
You need that support group to get you to where you need to be next, because as much as it is an individual journey, everyone's on it, and as much as we can feel that we're alone in it, it's funny. I find myself finding friends like you, on this journey, and even though it's kind of like a path, you know, everyone's walking their own path, but everyone tends to be on the same but separate path at the same time. So you'll find like-minded people. You'll find like-minded individuals that you can create a friendship that'll last almost a decade, if not more.
Exactly.
I mean, I have friends that I'm 32 right now, and I have friends that I've been friends with for over 20 years, and it's only just, I can really say it only just started. So that's just, I think that's what it means to have, I think, these types of people in your lives have such a big impact on you that it almost leaves a imprint of magic that we're not used to, I think, feeling as often as we could, because there's almost a new sense of community and family in these sorts of people that support you.
For sure, yeah.
And with that being said, I wanted to provide you a very special gift that means a lot to me. And I've been making a lot of these actually recently. And I wanted you to be one of the first people to receive this brand new version of, well, I know you haven't really gotten a chance to really seen it, but this right here, Pintorama. Pinto, as you know, in Spanish means I paint. Mm-hmm. Rama in Spanish also means, well, it doesn't mean paint, but in Spanish it means branch. And much like what I'm about to give you is not only an extension of a branch of friendship, but also, I hope, with every flick of the wrist, you are able to provide a new form of, and still a new form of magic on people that gives them the inspiration to chase their dreams.
Okay.
And for that, I have this very special gift I made myself. This.
That's legit.
Is your very own hemp wand.
Whoa.
Created by the master Pintovandir himself.
This is fantastic.
Thank you.
Good work. Thank you.
It took me quite some time to do it. I had a little issues with some of the varnish and staining, but that's why I got some practice right here to paint with my friends to get a little better.
There you go. Wow, this is fantastic.
Of course.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I hope you enjoy it.
I will enjoy it. I will keep it as far away from my dog as possible. Yeah, this is great.
So, now that you've gotten your gift, I think it's only fair that we give the audience a gift by showing them our paintings.
You first.
Okay. So this is my favorite childhood memory. Much like it's a little blurry because, well, that's the sort of painter I am. But it is my first memory of when I went to the Willow Creek Theater when I was 7 years old with my parents and my grandma Charlotte. And we went to go see the first Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring in theaters. It's 25 years ago this year. Jeez. So it's left such an imprint on me that I wouldn't be where I am today without this movie and this memory. So that is why I drew it and painted it.
Great. Oh, okay, so mine again is a recreation of my tattoo, quote unquote, if you even want to call it that. So it's the wilderness. I kind of did like a more abstract version, so the tattoo is just like the trees. That's the main logo, but I created the actual wilderness with it with a little sunset because that's fun. And yeah, here's that.
Awesome, Sierra. Thank you so much for coming. And one last thing, and that's to the camera, to the people. What's one last bit of wisdom that you hope to instill upon the people with your magic?
Sure. Like we said at the beginning, I'm now a full-time personal trainer at Alloy Personal Training in St. Louis Park. So I'll be coaching many sessions. If you guys want like guidance or any like physical fitness awareness, like you can go to my Instagram. I don't know if you want to tag that in the video or whatever.
Absolutely.
You could DM me, get you on the right path to where you want to be. And one word of wisdom I'd say, again, that it's been like the main thing I've been saying throughout the whole entire video, but like trust the process, timing is everything. You will be on the right path if you put your energy towards it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sierra.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, that concludes the first episode of Pintorama. I'd like to thank my crew behind the camera, Elise, my buddy Mesvin, and of course Sierra, and everyone who's joining in today. Remember, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that's given to us. So go decide what to be, and go be it. I'm Aden Lungstrom, and I'll see you on the next episode of Pintorama. All right, you are being recorded.
Ooh, cool.
Change this just a little bit. There you
You need some circus music behind you or something.
go.
Gee.